One of the other issues that's going to be big, it's already popped up, is the school's construction issue.
Yeah.
The Senate seems to want to use kind of general fund money. The governor and the House Speaker want to use a bond. Where do you sit on that issue?
Well, I'm not in favor of the bond right now. I mean, the bond is, it's basically a tax increase. We're paying, creating more debt for the state. The treasurer tells us that we'd lose our AAA bond rating over such a thing. So I think the Senate plan is more in line with kind of a pay-as-you-go plan that doesn't have interest associated with it. And that's a more reasonable way to do it. I think, again, identifying what the problem is, right? So we have haves and have-nots in school facilities all over the state. You can drive through the rural parts of our state and you can see some facilities that are 80 years old and still being used in the same way that they were 80 years ago, and we need to update those. The state does have a tiered system of how they fund education across the state, and that's a good thing. I like the way that we do that, but let's meet the need where the need is, which is mostly in poor rural North Carolina. Allow Wake County and Mecklenburg County and Guilford County, the counties that can take care of their capital expenditures, to take care of their capital expenditures, and let's help the folks that really do need help.
What are you looking to do from your standpoint this session in your role?
Well, we've got a couple bills going on. One, we're working on a computer science initiative in the state. We kind of made a discovery a couple years ago that we really weren't teaching true computer science in North Carolina. That was a little bit egregious to us. We thought that was happening everywhere. This day and age, you would just kind of assume that that was going on, but it's not. Found out that we only had, as of like a year and a half ago, only had 20 qualified teachers in the entire state of North Carolina to teach computer science. So we're working with a team of people right now. We just kicked off a couple days ago in our office, in fact, a bunch of computer science folks to start to put together the standards for what computer science curriculum would look like. We're working with other folks like Code.org and Apple and others to build the content and curriculum and help train the teachers within schools to facilitate computer science so all students can have some access to computer science. And we also want them to be able to get credit for it. So it's not just an elective, because students today are all competing, for very high stakes, if you will, at the college level, and they've got to get their GPA up, and they're only going to take classes that will impact their GPA. They're not going to take electives. So a lot of North Carolina students go off to college with no computer science at all, and we're saying we have tens of thousands of jobs in North Carolina right now that are waiting for people to fill them in computer science, and we have students graduating from high school with no computer science training. So we want to make sure that students can take computer science either as a math or a science course and get credit for it in the state. We're also doing some financial literacy work right now. We're putting together a bill that we hope to get passed in this session, which I think will pass. It's kind of a public-private partnership. We had a bunch of bankers in our office a couple weeks ago, and we said, okay, we want you to pick up half the cost of this, and we'd like the state to pick up half the cost of this, and we're going to train teachers to, again, be teachers and facilitators of basic financial literacy and make sure that every student that graduates from high school has taken a financial literacy course. We're in a state that has, or a country that has $22 trillion in debt. People obviously don't know how to balance a checkbook around here, so we want to make sure that our students graduate with those basics.
Okay. Mr. Lieutenant Governor, thank you so much. Good to see you.
Thank you, Tim. Great to be with you.
Appreciate it.